So this week I wanted to talk about feedback, or rather the death of it. Because since I've started work, certainly most things have improved. Inclusivity, it's more of a meritocracy, there's better support for mental health problems. But I would say that feedback, our ability to just communicate with each other in the workplace has got worse.
360-degree feedback on Alex, right. All contributions will be treated in the strictest confidence. Blah, blah, blah. Alex can be a great fun boss, but he does have a tendency to talk down to me, and he makes me the butt of most of his jokes.
Hello, it's your guilty conscience here. What if he finds out it's you? What if you're the only one leaving negative feedback?
Delete. How about this instead? Alex could work on his communication style from time to time.
Hello, me again. Yes, that's better. Although it does sound a bit woke. He's always complaining you're too woke, and he might still realize it's you. Or maybe HR will tell him it's you. You can't trust HR. They're poisonous harpies.
Delete. Alex is sweetness and light, and daily I bask in the warm ambrosia of his peerless leadership style.
But now he'll think you're just taking the piss.
Delete. I know. Nothing to add.
Perfect.
Great. Good job. So I don't want to beat up too much on 360-degree feedback, but it is an example of how if you take something that is hugely personal and requires some human vulnerability and you turn that into a business process, you can really lose something along the way. There's a really good Forbes article on this recently which talks about how 360 feedback can create mistrust, anger and conflict and end up leaving a team with lower morale than when you started the exercise. So that's giving upward feedback, and I'd love to say it's better when we're receiving it, but it isn't. Hey, Michael, come in, sit down, just 1 second. Yeah, all done. So hey, how are you doing? You okay? Yeah, sure. Good. Okay. Did you see the match last night? Possibly. Yeah. Okay. So look, this is a quick pit stop just to check in, share some feedback, and make any course corrections, see how you're doing. Is that okay? Yeah. Sure. Look, first I just really wanted to thank you for the way you took over the team planning.
Yeah, here we go. They have to do this nice bit before they slam you with criticism.
Long time. So, hey, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of things to, look out for, I'd really appreciate a little bit more participation in how we get the grads to...
I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I didn't know they were going to do it. It had nothing to do with me.
Oh, I was actually just going to ask you to help on board the grads.
Oh right, the grads.
Yeah, what was all that stuff about not being there?
Well, that was, I wasn't at the, the grad briefing. That's what I meant about that.
Right, okay.
Great. There are no quick fixes for this particular human communication problem, but there are real things you can do about it. At the organisational level, one of the things that underpins all lack of feedback is a lack of trust. And sometimes we call this psychological safety. And that's defined as a shared belief held by members of the team that it's a safe space for interpersonal risk-taking. And there are ways you can cultivate this type of culture, but it ain't fall off a log easy. One of the first things to do might be to ask for feedback as a leader, not through a form or a 360 feedback process, but actually to listen to them carefully about what things they want to see change. Secondly, modelling trusting behaviour is about advocating for your team and making sure that they're picking up, that you've got their back. Thirdly, try to avoid the blame game. Things go wrong in organisations, in business, everywhere. And finally, try to model the vulnerability that comes from this trusting relationship. Not showing the be strong or be perfect kind of personal driver that typifies most management behaviour, but by showing some vulnerability. At an individual level, there's more you can do than you might think. And even if you're in a situation where you don't feel you can give honest and clear feedback to your bosses, or get honest and clear feedback from them. And here, we encourage people to take it into their own hands a little bit and identify a small group of people whom they can ask quite searching questions, and to ask those questions face to face. Again, building on that trust point. And these questions I'm going to put up for you, as simple as a leader of the firm, what do I do that you value? When I'm at my best, what's happening? What are my strengths? What's that impact? And as a leader of the firm, what is it that I do that you would value me doing differently? So it's quite carefully worded, quite positively worded question.
So these are just some of the things you can do to start, thawing out this kind of feedback mess we've all got ourselves into. And if you need any help with it, join me or visit me at ubitconnect.com, or give me a shout on an email on the numbers you see around you. This isn't my garden, by the way.